Well, hi folks, it's Matthew, your friendly neighborhood technician, and I just wanted to make a video real quick and teach you a little something that's called top dead center. As you know, I'm in the process of breaking down a 2005 Ford. Now, this 2005 Ford Expedition has the infamous 5.4 liter Triton engine that likes to break and cause all kinds of problems and rattle and stuff, and it's the cam phasers and lifters and timing chains, and if you know anything about this engine, then you know it's very problematic. And so that's exactly what I'm doing, is I'm going in so I can fix and replace cam phasers, all the lifters, timing chains, oil pump, tensioners, guides, you name it. It's basically a timing chain and valve train rebuild. But before I can do that, as you can see, I'm setting up to go ahead and tear this engine down. Now, I've got one side valve cover off, and my next step really to do now is to go ahead and remove my harmonic balancer. But before I do this, I need to set this engine to what's called factory top dead center before I take this harmonic balancer off. Now, there are also internal timing marks inside of here, and we'll check and reset those later on if we need to. But right now, I'm just going to show you how to set top dead center per a harmonic balancer. So what is TDC? TDC is what's called top dead center, okay? And what top dead center is, on this engine on the passenger side, this is an intake hole, this is a spark plug hole, okay? This is where the air goes in, this is where your spark plug goes in, this is where the fire is created, this is how oxygen gets inside of here. Down inside of here is a cylinder, all right? And inside of this cylinder is a piston. Now on this engine, this is cylinder number 1, and this is piston number 1. And what top dead center means is it means that piston number 1 and cylinder number 1 is all the way up on the compression stroke, meaning that all the valves are closed and the piston is all the way up. If my elbow is where the crankshaft is, then this piston is currently farthest from the crankshaft so long as it is at top dead center. So one way to look at top dead center is to consider number 1 piston all the way up on a compression stroke. Another way to look at top dead center is to say that number 1 piston is farthest from the crankshaft, with the number 1 piston being up here and the crankshaft being down here. Now, like I said, on the Ford 5.4 liter Triton, you've got a notch on your harmonic balancer, and you've got 2 marks. You've got number 1 mark, this is 10 degrees before top dead center, which means the piston is not all the way up yet. It's only all the way up when you hit top dead center. Now, something else that I'd like to explain to you, and this is just general engine information, because of the different size in gears, internal timing gears and cogs, regardless of whether you have a timing chain or if you have a timing belt, always keep in mind that it takes 2 full rotations of the crankshaft in order for the top half of the engine to make 1 full rotation. So again, that's 1, 2 rotations in order for this gear to turn 1 full time. If you only turn this crankshaft 1 time, then this is only going to make half a turn, okay? So let me show you here. This engine is actually already set to TDC, but I'm going to set it again, and you can see where the timing marks are. So let's do it again. Keeping in mind that 1 rotation on the bottom half only equals half a rotation on the top half. So here we go. Okay, so this is 1 full rotation on the bottom half of the engine, and notice my mark is now coming back around, but I don't have the same mark up here that I had when I started with. That is because this engine is 180 degrees off, which means top dead center is right now on this piston, and we want top dead center to be on this piston. So we are going to turn this engine one more full rotation. You watch up here. Check back down here. I'm trying to do this one-handed, guys. Okay, so our timing mark is coming back around. You see it there? And now that it's coming back around, so is our other timing mark. That's because we've gone 2 full rotations. We're going to line this up. And there we go. Now our timing mark is at 12 o'clock where it needs to be. Our timing mark is marked here on our crankshaft or our harmonic balancer. And then last but not least, when I pull this valve cover off, I'll check the timing mark on this side. But what I'm going to go ahead and do next now is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull this harmonic balancer off now that I've got it set. And once I do that, I'm going to do my best to make sure that I don't turn this engine over until I'm ready to reset and rebuild the timing. Alright everybody, well this is Matthew, your friendly neighborhood technician. Thank you for watching and hanging out with me when I do these jobs. If you have any question about timing in general, just give me a holler. I'm pretty well versed on it. Well everybody, I'm signing off.